He has a sense of humor. He makes me laugh when he laughs. He really just laughs from the beginning, from his stomach on. He just laughs.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like a chain reaction sort of thing.
We feed off each other in a sense. Our sense of humor, I'll never forget one time when I was supposed to be babysitting him. He kept telling his mom, "Oh, I know I can beat Grandma Uno. Oh, I know."
Oh, no.
Oh, I just know I can beat what you say. I'll never forget that. He was so ready. He had developed a good sense of playing Uno. So when I came over there, "You want to play Uno, Grandma?" And I let him win after the third game. But we had to laugh about that. We share a love of games. We like playing games, different kinds of games.
Yeah.
And we both like movies. We really do. He knows I like movies.
Yeah. Oh, Grandma loves scary movies. I got that from her for sure. Like, I remember we watched, what was that movie? It was I think it was either The Grudge or it was one of those. But like ever since I watched it with her, I was just like, all right, I love scary movies now. Like, this is like literally my favorite thing to do. And also along with the Uno thing, I think it's got me really competitive sort of thing, especially with like games and stuff like that. Like, if I lose, I'm like, all right, I got to come back. I got to do better next time. Like, this isn't gonna fly. Like, I'm not just gonna lose and just be like, yeah.
And he liked his love of reading. I found that out when he was very young. We were in this department store. And Chuck started reading the letters, advertising things.
Oh, yeah.
And I was surprised that he even knew how to spell or how to read, right? He's been reading ever since then, very much more than I ever have, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And I just like reading for the sake of reading because like it kind of transports you to another world sort of thing. I also got that from Grandma because like I would sometimes see her reading and I'd just be like, I kind of want to read too. Like I would see you reading the newspaper like whenever we're on vacation and it's just like I just love reading stuff.
Yeah, being together.
Yeah.
We really just like being together. We both really like movies.
Yeah.
We like going to plays, shows. We look forward to a vacation together for every summer, right? He looks right. We really like that vacation. I don't know. It's just a feeling that we have for each other. Just automatically, when I see him, I just get a good feeling. He's just a special kid to me. He is a special kid to me. You know, automatically. We just like being together, I think.
Yeah.
I am Joan Geiger, and my granddaughter is Elizabeth DeCock. She's generous. There's a little girl that she likes as a friend, and the little girl is like a lot of kids that just instinctively does something mean or ignores her or something like that. And Elizabeth keeps on doing these sweet things for the kid. Maybe drawing a little picture of her one day, making a friendship bracelet the next day. And just recently, I've seen a little bit of a return from this kid. And Elizabeth said to me, well, I'm teaching her how to be a friend. She didn't really know how.
Me and my grandma like to do, like, lots of pictures. We color a lot, stuff like that.
She's a wonderful artist. Maybe it's genetic or maybe it's just natural for her.
I like to draw pictures, dolphins, stingrays. I draw good dolphins, though.
We share a love of fluffy stuffed animals. We love to cook, don't we, Elizabeth?
Yes.
How to make cake and cookies.
She likes to cook, make cookies. Oh, I know she likes to give me junk food. Grammy Smith. I like to call my grandma Grammy Smith. We play crazy games like hide and seek. Not really, but since my grandma broke her ankle, like we can't play like too much games anymore.
The one thing I would love to pass on to her is to be able to express how you feel. And that's something I'm so proud of her for. Elizabeth is a generous person, and she acts it out. And I hope that, I guess that's the most important thing, to express what you're feeling to the people that you love.
My grandma passed down her smile to me, definitely.
Actually, Gianna has the same color eyes that I have, and that's actually 4 generations. My mother had hazel eyes. I have them, Stephanie and Gianna. So I actually have a tattoo to represent those green eyes.
And she gives me my personality for sure. And we both laugh a lot. We usually laugh about jokes a lot. A lot of my jokes. I have really good jokes. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting?
Moo.
Oh. That's a good one.
That baby is unique. I don't know that I could pick. Just, she's so headstrong, so I guess that's a culmination of everyone that's been stubborn up to this point. Her favorite is spaghetti meatballs. And we have, you know, cooked it together, and she always asks, you know, what's the recipe, me mom? And, you know, do you always do it this way? Or, you know, do you, you know, spice it up when you know that, or do you spice it down when companies come in? But she's very interested in learning a bit and feeling like that's part of our tradition. She wants to have traditions, which I think is, you know, unusual for an 8-year-old. So I try to do the best that I can with passing down things that I thought was important. And
My grandma, I call her me mom, she's given me cabbage because nobody likes cabbage except for me. I love it. It's just so good. People say it smells like feet. It might smell a little, but it's still very good.
I think it's odd that an 8-year-old, she loves them plain. It doesn't need butter, and that's actually my favorite vegetable. Although we're a small family, it was really important, the fact that the family stayed together and that you spent time together, whether that's eating a meal once a week or just knowing that, you know, nothing comes between you and your family. Everybody's going to have disagreements, but you know you can always count on your family.
I'm Ray John McMeans, and my pop-up is also Raymond John McMeans. I'm Raymond John McMeans the third, and he's Raymond John McMeans the first.
Ray's got to be 6'2" or 6'3" by now. I mean, he's really grown up quickly, you know. I wouldn't call him thin. I'd say he's lean, but he's not thin. But he's a good-looking kid. Of course, he gets that from me, naturally.
We have like the same exact body. Big, anchor type, pasty. Yeah, I'll probably look like him when I'm older, like almost exactly. I saw a picture of him when he was my age. Same, just like straight down, no waist whatsoever. His waist just becomes his torso, just like mine.
When I was 18, I was 6'1", 175 pounds. He's grown a few inches for the last few years. I'm going to say he was probably around 6 foot, maybe 175 or 85. And like me, I wasn't thin. I was lean, but I wasn't thin. So there was a lot of physical resemblance there between the two of us. Yeah, some of the genes stuck. But other than that, from an early age, we tried to instill in Ray the value of work, the value of being responsible, making a commitment, living up to it, always making the extra effort, and being honest in everything that he did. And just the value of hard work, the benefit of hard work.
He won't let you take a risk. He thinks it's crazy to do so. Like, he wants me to get this job at this factory. You make a lot of money, but it's just, if I did it, it's what I'd be doing for the rest of my life. And Pop-Pop would think that's crazy and wouldn't understand why not to take that job. He thinks that just because it's the opportunity to do it, that I should.
We helped him with his resume. He came here. When they were living upstairs for a while, I got to know him better because they were here the better part of 6 months. And he was already into his young adult years. But he helped me out with the computer. And he helped out with things around the house here, did some chores, helped out with Bob's things and mine. So that's when I really got to know him closer, as he was a young adult. They all gave me a T-shirt that says "The Man, the Myth, the Legend," and each of the grandchildren, including Ray, inscribed something on there. There's 11 of them on there, 11 grandchildren. So they're all on that T-shirt, so that's neat. He said something on my shirt, which was funny. And I know his dad didn't think anything of it negatively, but on the shirt it says something like, "Can coolness skip a generation?" Yes. So I said to RJ, I said, his dad, I said, "You see that? He thinks I'm cool. He doesn't say anything about you." So he laughed. He said, "I know, Dad. I know."
My name is Retta McMeans, and this is my granddaughter, Kate McMeans. I'm very proud of her. She's had so many setbacks, but nothing stayed in her way. She just took the bull by the horn and kept at it. And I'm just so proud of her. And she's had a lot of tough times, too.
I wouldn't be a feminist if it wasn't for my grandmother, because I grew up with her giving me what I like to call "don't be an airhead" speech. From the time I was little, I remember my mom pulling me aside and telling me, "Don't be an airhead. You gotta be more than a pretty face in this world, Kate." And I think that really instilled a sense of purpose in me from a young age. And I'm really grateful for that, because I know that not everybody has been fortunate enough to have that kind of support.
And so at 8 o'clock every night, I don't do each person anymore because, I'd be there forever. Like I'll say Karen and RJ and their children. I'll say Bonnie and Jay and their children. And I feel it. I feel it going out. I think you feel it, don't you? When you strike, don't you feel it? Because it's striking energy. Everything, like this table's energy, she's energy, that's energy. Everything is energy.
My mom is very spiritual. That's actually not something she's passed on to me in so many words.
Well, in time. In time. Because God believes in you.
I'm not a spiritual person myself, but that energy that she talks about, that love, that support, is definitely something she's passed on to me. And just knowing that she hits that gong and says my name strengthens me. So one way or another, it works.
St. Patrick's Day I started because I lost a son, and he died. And I sort of had a hole in me, My father told me that, our name used to be O'Shields, and they made it Shields. So I grabbed a hold of that, and I made St. Patrick's Day a celebration of the things they did in the past year. So if someone achieved something with, like that, and then I give them a reward. And we all wear crazy hats, And I think those sort of things keeps family together. So I just have this, feeling that I know they're all with me when they aren't with me. And I hope they have that feeling that I'm with them. And whatever situation, no matter how difficult it is, I'm not judging them, but I know they can get out of it eventually, because that's the rhythm of life.